Hi everyone, in this session we will learn about what are chemical changes. So students, as we know that in physical changes it is reversible, we are not getting anything new and the chemical composition remains same. So let us explore more about what are the things which happen during chemical changes. Chemical changes in which one or more new substances with entirely different chemical properties, okay, from the original substances are formed. Do you remember in acid, base and salt we had learned that acids react with base. So acids, they are having their individual property that we had learned. Bases are having their individual property that also we had learned. But when they combine together, okay, they form a new substance, that is salt, and the salt is formed, but the salt is having their original property, which is entirely different from the property of acid and base. Okay, so this is chemical changes. Let us know about few more example of chemical changes. Digestion of food, respiration in living organism. Okay, like we know digestion of food, complex form of the food is converted into simple form, and again that simple form is totally new thing. Okay, like protein is digested into amino acid, fat is digested into fatty acid and cholesterol, which is totally a new substances. Okay, in case of respiration we know that how respiration take place, like the combination of combustion of, we can say that, food in presence of oxygen and we are getting energy. Okay, formation of curd from milk and we cannot convert curd again into milk. Change in the color of cut fruit. Have you ever seen that when you cut apple, okay, what happen after some time, because it is exposure to air, so what happen after some time, what you are able to see that there is a reddish brown color. Okay, when you cut the fruits, and it is not only in case of apple, like a change in color of cut fruits and vegetable on keeping in air is a chemical change. Okay, like if we cut an apple into slices and keep it in open air for some time, the slices of the apple acquire a brown color due to the formation of new substance by the action of what is present in the air, that is oxygen. That means oxygen, okay, it react with the acid which is present in the apple. Okay, similarly, like apple, if you will cut potato, in case of potato also you had experienced brinjal also, they turn black in color on keeping in air. So this is due to the formation of a new substance, and that's why it is a chemical change. Okay, let us know about what is chemical change and how it happens. A chemical change is also called as a chemical reactions. So what are chemical reaction? That means lot of chemical reactions are taking place in chemical changes. So what do you mean by chemical reactions? Chemical reactions, student, it is like combination of two things. One is reactants and products. So what are reactants? Substances which react to form a new substance. So look at the picture below. We are having two substances, hydrogen molecule and oxygen molecule. Okay, so hydrogen molecules and oxygen molecules are called as reactants. Okay, and they combine together to form a new substance. So what it form? Hydrogen molecule and oxygen molecule, it form water molecule, which is totally a new substance. So what is water molecule? Water molecule is a product. So reactant are the substances which react to form a new substances, and products are the new substances formed after the chemical reaction. Okay, now let us start with very first chemical reaction, and meanwhile we will know about the characteristics of chemical changes. The first example is burning of magnesium ribbon. Student, magnesium ribbon strip is generally silver in color. So what happened when we burn the magnesium, okay, ribbon, okay, what will happen? We get a sparkle. Just like might be you had burned fulchari during Diwali, so in the same way it burns like fulchari only, okay. And what is that? After that, the magnesium ribbon is converted into white ash. Okay, when it gets burned, it converts into white ash. And what that white ash is? That white ash is magnesium oxide. That means here the reactants are magnesium, and when it burns in presence of oxygen, it get oxide and form magnesium oxide, which is totally a new substance. Okay, so we are here in this reaction we are getting a new substance, and we cannot reverse MgO, that is magnesium oxide, again into magnesium ribbon. Okay, we cannot convert it again into the same thing. That's why all the chemical reactions are irreversible reactions. Let us experience something more. Okay, this is called displacement reaction. Displacement reaction means one strong metal, okay, as you know, the person who is strong easily push the weak person. In the same way, the strong atoms, the strong elements, they easily push the weak elements, okay, from the chemical, and this is what in displacement reaction. So what is displacement reaction actually? Displacement reaction, the chemical reaction in which more reactive element displace a less reactive element from its compound. Okay, for example, here see carefully, we had taken copper sulfate. As student, you are well aware that copper sulfate is blue in color, because in class 6 we had done the experiment with copper sulfate. It is blue in color, and moreover in the chapter acid, base and salt, you had seen the color of copper sulfate is blue in color. Okay, and when copper sulfate, when we put the iron nail or iron wire in copper sulfate, as iron is more reactive than copper, so iron push copper and then form a new substance, that is iron sulfate. So what we are getting as a product? We are getting iron sulfate, and we are getting the depositions of brown color. I hope you are able to see in the graphics that there is a deposition of brown deposit is formed on the iron wires. Okay, so this brown deposition which is formed on the iron wires are copper. Okay, it is copper depositions. So these changes is due to the chemical reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron wire. Okay, and it produce a new substance, that is iron sulfate and copper. So that's why it is a chemical change. Okay, fine. Now come to another example of displacement reaction, and it is also like very fascinating to see all this. In this, student, let me explain you. First we had taken AgNO3. AgNO3 is called as silver nitrate. Silver nitrate is colorless solution. Okay, and we had put the coiled copper wire. You know what is the color of copper wire? So we had put a coiled copper wire inside silver nitrate, which is colorless. Okay, so what happened when they get reacted? We get a new substance, that is copper nitrate. Okay, copper nitrate, and along with that we get silver. I hope this silver material, are you able to see the deposition of silver on copper? Okay, so here when the copper wire is placed in silver nitrate solution, the color of solution changes to little bluish in color. I hope you are able to see. First it is colorless, now it is changing to little bluish in color. Okay, why it is changes to little bluish in color? Because when they get reacted we are getting copper nitrate. So this bluish color is of the solution is copper nitrate. Okay, and silver get deposit on coiled copper wire. And why? Because here copper is more reactive than silver. Okay, and which type of change is it is? It is a chemical change because we cannot reverse it back. Now in the same way, student, let us talk about decomposition reaction. See, decomposition reaction is a little different reaction as compared to displacement reaction, because here like one substances break down into two or more simpler substances. That is called decomposition reaction. Like suppose A and B. AB is a compound and this compound is decomposed into A and B separately. Okay, like for example, if we will take the example of baking soda, on heating decompose into baking soda. Do you remember baking soda? So when we heat baking soda, what we are getting? On heating it decompose into sodium carbonate, water vapor and carbon dioxide. That means out of one thing we are getting three or two products. So this is decomposition reaction. Apart from these reactions, like the things which we are experiencing in our day-to-day life during celebration, festivals, okay, various beautiful changes occur. Some changes are we like, some changes we don't like even. Okay, like nowadays we are facing the isolation problem, we are facing the lockdown problem, so it is little undesirable changes, isn't it? So let us see in the picture. This is, I think, hope everyone, do you remember explosion of crackers? So during Diwali, when you are exploding the crackers, what type of changes it is? Have you ever seen when the when the cracker burst, do you get the same cracker back? No, because when we burn fire to a cracker, it bursts. Okay, it is a chemical change. Fine. So burning of a cracker is which type of change? It is a chemical change. Okay, and such an explosion, what it is producing? New thing. What new thing we are getting from it? Can you see in the picture? We are getting heat, we are getting light, we are getting sound, and after that the pollution, that is gases. Okay, smoke. So we are getting all these new things when there is an explosion of crackers. Let us see something beautiful. Germination of seed. Okay, so seed get germinated, we get radicle, plumule, baby plant, the plant converts into tree. Okay, again it forms seed. So germination of seed is a chemical change because seed is converted into plant and that cannot be reversed. Okay, ripening of the fruit. Ripening means when the raw fruit get ripened. Okay, the color of the see how beautifully the color of the fruit get changes, and the moment you cannot convert the ripened mango into a raw mango. Is it possible? No, not at all. So ripening of the fruit is also a type of what? Chemical change. Okay, see the poor eggs. Okay, cooking of food, when we put egg, okay, when we prepare omelette or egg fry, anything. Okay, so what happened when the food is cooked? We cannot convert this egg fries again into egg. So which type of change is this? Because it is irreversible. Okay, that's why they are crying. They want to be in egg and the yolks are outside the egg and they are now cooked, okay, ready to eat, so it cannot be reversed back. So which type of change it is? It is a chemical change. Okay, let us now know some more example. Burning of wood and matchstick. So when have you ever seen when the wood is burned, what we get? We get ash. Okay, and that black ash is not at all converted again into wood. And what we are getting a new substance. Like cooking of food, we are getting omelette out of egg. Okay, like in chemical reaction, we are getting the new product, isn't it? So all these things, in all these changes, we are getting something new, and the thing which we get new is not at all reversed back. That's why these all are chemical changes. Now let us know about the characteristic of chemical changes. First one or more new substances can be formed. Second one, changes are permanent. Permanent means it is not temporary. We cannot change it back. Okay, like the physical changes, so they are permanent changes. And the third one is net change in energy take place. Like when we are burning the thing, we know that energy is released. Respiration of food, digestion, okay, respiration in living organism, digestion of food, and burning of fuel. Everywhere the energy, somewhere the energy is absorbed, and in some cases the energy is released as well. Okay, and the last one, which is very very important, the physical as well as the chemical property totally get changed. So here the chemical property, okay, the chemical property, they do not remain same, they get changed. I hope you like all this session and able to understand what type of chemical changes we are dealing with in our day-to-day life. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.